Morning, YouTube. Hope you guys been out there building shit. Believe in what God gave you. Taking on new projects, building, fixing, creating, doing art, whatever it might be. Find your skill sets, guys. Find your strengths, find your blessings. Pass them on to this world. Don't sit at home. Don't sit idle. Anyways, guys, the other day I checked my my filters for fuel, and this one was real low, which my dad taught me that if you take the filter loose and there's not a lot in there, it means that it's sucking too hard. It's clogged up. It's not getting enough fresh in because it's, you know, it's having problems. So my wife, thank you, baby, she went and picked up this fuel filter. Oh, and if you guys like hearing that kind of message, you know, believing in your own God-given hands and talents and taking on projects and stuff, that encouragement, hit like and subscribe, guys. But thank you, babe. She picked this up for me. I've got Diesel Clean here, so I'm going to fill this up with Diesel Clean. I'm going to throw it on here, and then we'll get this truck started up. And I'm going to show you guys where my gauges are plumbed in here too. Alright guys, so I got the old one off. Maybe somebody can comment down below. This little O-ring, there wasn't one there. Okay, it came with my kit. And so I pushed it up on there. Seems like where it would go. You know, it came with my filter, my kit. So I put it right there. And then I test tightened this. It looks like it'll fit with the O-ring up there. So I assume that's where it goes. I'm going to go ahead and get this filled up with Diesel Clean and get it tightened up. I'm going to show you guys a couple things on these motors, you know, for maybe guys that are new to the 7.3 IDIs and stuff. A couple tips and tricks and things that I've learned that have helped me. Alright guys, so first thing I'm going to say, install an electric fuel pump that comes on with your key, which I'm going to be doing that. Hit like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing that probably pretty soon on this truck. But that way, when you hit the key, it self-primes the fuel system, and you're not cranking, waiting for fuel because the pump is getting it up in there. Next off, I think that I've got an air leak in here. I've got a little bit of air intrusion somewhere. It's leaking back or whatever. Next off, if you're new to diesels or new to the IDI or whatever, if you see this little tire valve, it's like a Schrader valve, I think they're called, or whatever. If you have somebody crank over the truck, or on a Ford, it's super simple because you've got your starter solenoid and stuff right here on the fender. This is an International. My starter solenoid is way over there, so it's kind of a pain. But if you hit the starter solenoid and hit that Schrader valve, it'll let all the air out, and then once you're running, you know, mostly fuel, it'll start up way quicker because you push that air out of the system. So that's how you kind of bleed it or whatever. Just a trick for you guys. Alright guys, got that fuel filter in place. Let's go ahead and start it. I didn't have quite enough of that diesel clean to fill up my filter. Looks like it just hit where I was talking about. Dog knocked over the camera too. Alright guys, so as you see, it hit the air that was still left in the filter. It'll push itself out. I just wanted to get another quick glimpse. I'm going to show you guys where to put in your temperature and oil sensors. Down here behind the oil cooler, you see that little fitting there. You remove that little guy and you're able to put oil pressure gauge in there. Coolant temperature is right there, but that'll take away your dash warning light. The place on Ford trucks that you want to do it is where this hose is going in right to there. You'll be able to put your coolant sensor in right there. Just a few tricks and or tips and stuff for you guys that may not be completely familiar with these motors. And the stock location for the oil one is the other side down. There's like a little riser from up by the transmission bell housing that your oil pressure sensor goes into. Alright guys, so hit like and subscribe. I'm going to be putting in that electric fuel filter here pretty soon. I just showed you guys how to put in the gauges. I also like to do my glow plugs on a manual button usually. This truck I don't really use it enough that I've been using the glow plugs, you know, except for when I just start it and stuff, so it hasn't been a big deal, but I'll probably end up doing that on this too. So anyways, hit like, subscribe, follow along. Till next time, keep building shit.